Hey guys, I want to show you today how to use an ebony pencil to draw a circle that's going to give the illusion that it is three-dimensional. So we're going to create a form. So the first thing you want to do is make your circle. Don't worry if it's not perfect, not a big deal. We also want to give it a highlight. So the highlight would be the source where the sun is going to be. So you can have it either direction. I'm just going to pick my sun kind of over here. And so the light's going to be shining down. This will be the lightest spot. This will be your highlight. Back here, this is going to be your darkest area. So you always want to follow the curve of the sphere, and as you get to the highlight, you want to have that value change from dark to light. So it takes a little bit of getting used to. So I'm going to start here. This is going to be my darkest value scale. I'm trying to hold my pencil kind of at an angle a little bit. And again, you gotta try to follow that curve. You can always come back and clean it up, so don't worry too much, but you really want this to be nice and dark. And as you get to the middle, you're gonna want to start to lighten up the pressure of your pencil so it's not as dark. So back here, this is gonna be really dark. And as we get towards the middle, a little lighter. And as you get closer to that light source, it's going to get even lighter. Feel free to turn your paper too if that's a little easier. So now I'm really pressing very lightly on my paper. Again, trying hard to get that spherical form. And this is going to be the lightest part right here, creating that highlight. Okay. The next thing we're going to do to smooth some of this out is to take what's called a blending stump. And the blending stump just kind of makes this a little easier to get those little striations of the pencil kind of blended together. And also kind of smooths it. It acts kind of like almost like your finger would in blending those lines. So it's more of a smooth, soft shade, not so many lines. Okay. Now, if it's starting not to look so three-dimensional, what you can do is you can start using what's called a kneaded eraser. So it kneads kind of like clay would. And so this stuff was super fun when I was a kid to play with. I would just kind of sit there and stretch it and kind of play with it. It almost looks like gum. But you can mold this and you can pull out highlights. So if you want to erase an area to make it a little lighter, you can do that, and it'll pull that pencil out of there. And then the reason why it's so gray is you keep kneading it over itself, and you get a clean new piece to use to pull more pencil out. Also, if you want a shadow, the shadow would be opposite the light source. So the shadow would be here. And this would be the darkest part. It would kind of mimic the roundness of that circle. This would be the absolute darkest part of this project. Makes it kind of stand out a little bit. So there is my finished sphere.